Hi kids, today we are going to be making a refreshing drink. It's cucumber water. There's only a few things we need for this recipe. So I have 4 cucumbers here. I'm going to be using 1 cup of sugar. We all need to put this all in a blender. We need a peeler, a safe knife, and some water. So once you have all of this, you can start with your first step. Okay, so the first step that we're going to do is peel our cucumbers. As you can see, I did peel some over here, so I'm going to show you the way that I peel them. So always peel away from me, that way you don't hurt yourself. And then make sure to leave a little bit of the cucumber skin on the cucumber. A little line like that. It gives it a little bit more flavor and it tastes really good. So we're going to peel and let's see, there we go. So we have our peeled cucumber, and once we are done with this, we can go on to our next step. Okay guys, so our next step is to slice the cucumber into smaller pieces. So first we're going to cut off the ends, and then we're just going to cut it into smaller pieces and put them in the blender. There you go. And so you're just going to do that with all 4 cucumbers. Okay, and so once we place everything in our blender and we have cut up all of our cucumbers, we can go on to our next step. Alright kids, so our last few steps before we actually go blend our cucumbers is we're going to add about 1 cup of sugar and then add water. This is just to make it easier to blend. We are going to add more water once we're done with this part. So I'm going to leave it about there. I'm not going to add the whole thing. Once you have this, we can go on to the blender and then we'll see you for the next step. Okay, so for our last few steps, we're going to need a jar, a strainer, and then your cucumber mix. So we're just going to strain this. And so you're just going to pour it over like this. And so this is going to take out most of the pulp. It's still going to leave a little in there. So as you see, you have your mix coming down here. So we're going to pour the rest of this mix, and then we are going to be going on to our next step, which is adding the rest of the water. Alright, so for our last step, so we have our strained cucumber mix. You won't get all of the pulp. I personally liked some of the pulp in there. If you want to take out less of it, you just have to strain it a few more times. But for me, that'll be good. And so then we are just going to fill up the rest of the jar with water. There's no specific amount, just fill out the amount that you need to fill up your jar, the amount desired. Alright. And this is going to be my last bottle. Okay. So then you're just going to mix. And there you have your cucumber water. You can taste, you can pour yourself a little bit just to taste. You could try to taste the sweetness of it. If you feel like it needs more sugar, you can add some. I'm going to add a little bit more sugar, not a whole lot, just a little bit. It needs a little bit more sweetness. And then just go and taste as you go. I think that'll be fine. And then just fill up your cup with ice, pour yourself a cup of your cucumber water, and enjoy. This is a very refreshing drink, especially for these summer days that get really hot. After you're playing outside, running around, this will be an awesome drink to go inside to and refresh with. So y'all kids have fun, and I hope y'all enjoy.